Hello, my brothers and sisters. It's your boy, Tiger, at the Pathway House in Greenwood, South Carolina. I want to talk to you about trust. And I'm going to share something with you that's going on in my life right now that I'm dealing with. And I got to trust God. As much as it hurts me, as much as I have no vision at all about what the outcome is going to be. I don't look in the past, and I don't try to look too ahead in the future. I try to take one step at a time, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. And I'm getting better. But I have a sister. Her name is Imogen Webern. I have a niece. Her name is Regina Webern. And I have a great nephew named Kavion. He's autistic. Stopped talking when he was 1 year old. I hope that he'd start talking again. But right now he doesn't. He's very intelligent though. Most autistic kids are intelligent. They're special. Kavie's special. Love him. I haven't seen Kavie, Regina, or my sister in a while. Maybe at least about 2 years, going on 2 years now. My fault. Because of my addiction in Anderson, South Carolina. This is what took place. My niece and my sister was looking for me for a while, a couple months, about 4 or 5 months, and they finally found me on Harris Street in Anderson. My niece got out of a car. I had no idea who she was at first, but then when I saw her, I wanted to run. But at the same time, there was nowhere to run. She probably would have chased me. So I walked towards her, she walked towards me, and as we got closer, she looked at me and whispered, "I should embarrass you in front of everybody right now. We've been looking for you. You haven't called. You haven't tried to reach out to us or nothing. Your sister is sick with cancer." And when she told me that, I was stuck. I just had lost my mother to cancer in 2016. Lost my aunt to cancer, all my aunts to cancer, my mom, and now my sister had cancer. And here I was in my addiction to meth, weed, sex. Sex more than anything. Sex is the reason I went to the meth and the weed. But anyway, she told me to get in the car. I told her no. And she told me to get in the car again. I told her no. And I told her I would come on my own to see my sister in Central. Central and Anderson is only about, if you drive, it take you about 15 minutes to get there. Bus ride, about 25 minutes. It was nowhere to go for me. My niece looked at me again and told me to get in the car. I told her no. So she asked me when I was coming. I told her I'd be there Tuesday. Well, Monday came and Tuesday came and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday passed. And I never went to see my sister. I finally called her on the phone the following week, talked to her, and told her I was coming down on a Wednesday to see her and talk to her. I never went, people. Why did I not go see my sister who had cancer? Not knowing what condition she was in, not knowing her state. Why didn't I go? I tell you why. Because I was embarrassed about the way I looked, embarrassed about what I was doing. I didn't like my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law didn't like me. And I was selfish. Selfish. Big time selfish. And I chose my drug, the streets, over going to see how my sister was doing. And don't get me wrong, I love my sister. I wish I could be half the person that my sister is. But with saying all that right there, this is where the trust comes in, I'm talking about. Sometimes you have to trust God with things you don't have no idea about or don't even know the outcome. Till this day right now, I don't know if my sister's dead or alive. And it's in me big time. But I've given it to God. Because the most important thing right now is me connecting with Him and me finding me. I pray that my sister's alive. Because if my sister passes, then the relationship between me and my niece is going to be a very, very hard one. And I don't want to have to deal with that. But at the same time, if I have to, I will, because I'll deal with it through God. Because it's only God can mend the pain that would be there, and that anger, and even probably hate that would be there towards me from my niece if my sister's dead. And I never came to see her. I never went to her funeral. I pray to God that that's not the case, but I don't know. To this day, I don't know. I wrote a letter to my sister and never got a response back when I was at the Oaks. I don't know if I put down the wrong address or what. I'm praying that I put down the wrong address, because for her not to write me back means two things. Either she just don't care, or she's not here no more. And, I'm trusting God to help me through this. I'm trusting God to direct me. I'm trusting God to give me strength. I'm trusting God to help me to focus on what I need to focus on. That's my relationship with Him and finding me. And it takes a lot to do that. It really do. Because I'm a type of person who likes to know things, to see things, to understand things. I don't like just to step in something blind. And right now I'm blind as I don't know what. I have no idea what the situation is with my sister, what the situation is, how my niece feels, or I don't know. I'm blind to it all. But I'm asking God to guide my steps in this situation, because it's a very difficult situation to be in, And it's all my fault. It's all my fault. Nobody to blame but me. But in the midst of this right here, which I put myself in, I can grow. There's wisdom, knowledge, understanding, even peace, even serenity in this situation. As long as I continue to look to God, trust God, no matter what happens. If my sister's dead and my niece hates me, I gotta trust God. If my sister's alive, mad at me, and my niece is mad at me, angry, I gotta trust God. Either way it goes, I'm gonna have to trust God. And sometimes it's hard to do that. It really is, because we are human. We live in flesh, and our flesh is fighting against us. Our flesh is telling us no. Our flesh is telling us it's all about you. Don't worry about nothing. All kind of thoughts, man. The mind, like I said, is a powerful thing. But trust is very, very powerful in its own. I mean, you trust that the ceiling is not going to fall down on you in your house. You trust that your car is not going to tear up or blow up. You trust that when you eat your food, you're not going to choke. Not only is that trust, but that's also a form of faith, in a way, if you think about it. But I'm trusting God to help me with this situation, people. It's very serious situation. It's a very close situation. It's very emotional, very sensitive, very private. But I'm sharing it with you because, like I say, when I come on here and talk to y'all, I speak from realness. I don't sugarcoat nothing. This ain't no show. This is life and death for me, life and death for y'all. And I know, I want every word that I talk, everything I talk about, I want it to touch somebody. I want somebody to be touched. I want it to help somebody. If it's just one person, then it's all worth it. I think this is what I've been called to do, and I know I'll get better and better as I do it. Sharing my testimony, sharing my life story, sharing me, being real, not fake, but real. And that's what I try to be. Every time I come up here and talk to y'all, and I try to be real, real and honest. Yeah, real and honest is what I strive to be. Well, you're special, unique, wonderful, beautiful, and made in God's image. God loves you. Bye.